And we are live. Okay, don't freak out. This is not the birthday present I was expecting from Ethereum over the weekend. I don't like this just as much as you do, but I don't think the bull run is over. Overall, this was a well-needed pullback for Ethereum. I still think Ethereum will continue to outperform this year. And just where we're looking at right now, this is just the first major leg down for the major leg up. And that's what we're going to talk about in this video, as well as I will give you an update as usual. So we've had some pretty bad price action for Ethereum over the weekend, but I'm glad you're tuning in right now. Thanks for tuning in with Currency.com. My name is John, @RealJohnDoe on Twitter. I'm going to give you guys an update on Ethereum on what I see happening next. It has had some pretty good performance overall this year. I don't think it's over yet. Let's talk about the bullish and the bearish scenarios coming up, as well as the trader sentiment, support and resistance levels, news, and then, as usual, I'll give you a little bit of price action talk. And looking at the channel growth right now, it's been looking pretty good. We're now at 18.1K subscribers, keeps on growing. I really appreciate all the support you guys do show to the channel, watching the videos, watching all the way through, leaving your comments. And one thing you could do right now is just simply hit that thumbs up button and like this video. It really helps out the channel and within the YouTube algorithm. And regardless of the market conditions, up or down, we will continue to keep you guys updated by putting out all of this content for you. So make sure you are subscribed as well to not miss out on that. But what you're not going to miss out on right now is the trader sentiment for Ethereum. Here on Currency.com, Ethereum clearly right now is getting hit pretty hard. Price is breaking all support levels. At the time of recording, it shows 86% buyers, 14% sellers. Let's move on to support and resistance levels. So in terms of support and resistance levels for Ethereum, right now, price is heading to the downside, but I'm looking at $3,000, which was the monthly open for May. I am expecting that to hold if we do test that level. Then after that, 2,700, which is the 50-day moving average. And then the final support is right at around 2,500. And that is where we've seen some consolidation happen back in April. And then towards the upside for Ethereum, we got 3,500, which was a strong resistance and support for May. If price can make it past that, then we got the psychological $4,000 level, which would mean price would potentially head up to test those all-time high levels at that last resistance at about 4,400. So in these past few weeks, Ethereum's market cap has doubled against Bitcoin in the past year. And some of this could be affected by Elon's tweet saying that he's going to stop accepting Bitcoin payments, which is showing that some investors and institutions are showing interest into other altcoins. And $5,000 is looking like it can happen for Ethereum to at least touch that level. As you can see here on this chart from Plan B, he's showing that Ethereum trading against Bitcoin right now is approaching all-time highs, and he's suggesting that it may even go up as high as this 2017 high. And if that happens, that means Bitcoin could fall down towards 30,000, Ethereum could head up towards 6,000, 7,000, or potentially even Bitcoin can also go up and Ethereum can just continue to outperform for the rest of the year. An interesting thing here for Ethereum, it did hit a 500 billion market cap for the first time, and Bitcoin was just at 500 billion right back in December of 2020. And it's something to keep an eye on because this shows that Ethereum's growth right now is slowly actually creeping up on Bitcoin. And the same thing here, the trend that did happen with Bitcoin is also happening with Ethereum. Ether balances on centralized exchanges have been falling and now are the lowest levels since July of 2019. And looking at this chart here from Glassnode, they're saying that a 23-month low of Ethereum on exchanges, which suggests that there is a lot of holders right now. But looking at this chart right now for Ethereum, it looks like people are not holding right now in the short term. Let's talk a little bit about what's happening. So the price overview right now, as you can see for Ethereum, we've been in a nice strong uptrend, and the price did have this big leg up, which was kind of anticipated by a major pullback. And it's looking like that is what is happening right now. As I record this, Ethereum is down about 10% now. It just touched that 21-day moving average, breaking below, and is heading down towards that $3,000 support that I mentioned earlier. We potentially would touch it and just wick right up, or maybe even find support there. If things are bearish, then a bear flag, head down towards that 50-day moving average. But that is more of a bearish scenario. But let's talk about bullish and bearish scenarios. First, I'll give you the bullish scenario from what I'm seeing right now. So we've had this major run up, which was pretty good for the bulls, made a high of about 4,400. And that major run up lasted about a month and a half here, bringing Ethereum up about 140%. Right now, we are down about 20%. So breakdown to 3,000 is highly likely. But on the bullish side, what I see happening is if we do head down towards 3,000 and we get a major support build in there, and I expect that as a good entry point for a potential bounce. But that 3,000 level is more of a psychological support, and it's not really any moving average support. So if we do get a bounce there, we could potentially make a lower high and head back to test it again. And this will be what's important. Either that $3,000 level will break, or we'll get a bullish bounce with a higher low, and Ethereum will continue up towards all-time high late May or sometime in June. And then another bullish scenario I see is we wick down towards that $3,000 level, and then it gets bought up there. We begin an uptrend to test up towards all-time high, that $4,000 resistance level, at least by the end of May. What the bulls are going to want is the $3,000 level to hold if we do test it. That is a major level. If that does not level, then you can expect some more downside to happen, which does come with my bearish scenario of touch that level, a little bit of consolidation, bear flag, and then break down towards that 50-day moving average at about 2,700. And that's where we could find some support because price has not touched that level now in about a month and a half. And then we could get a bounce towards the highs again. And that would be the buy to dip range for Ethereum. If 3,000 does not hold, you're going to be looking at about 2,600 to 2,700. And another bearish scenario I see is price bounces off that level, makes a lower high, and then comes down to test it again, double bottom, but breaks and heads down towards that 50-day moving average. And then also we get a bounce there back towards 3,000, a rejection. Then we see Ethereum head down towards this 200-day moving average sometime in June, bringing us right down below that $2,000 range. So out of these scenarios that I mentioned, I do have a few price targets for the bullish and the bearish side. So on the bullish side for May, or by the end of the month, or by the end of May, May monthly open is at that $3,000 level. So if we do get a green month, anything above 3,000 is a bullish target. And also I'm looking at a bounce of potentially 3,700. And then the final level, which I don't see happening in May. Now that we're halfway through, the best case scenario would be this bullish price target later on at about 4,200. But then on the bearish side for Ethereum, if we do go below 3,000 this month and have a daily close down there, that's not looking good. So that's one bearish target to buy the dip by this 50-day moving average at about 2,600. That's another bearish target to buy the dip. But if those two levels don't hold, then we can see the price break down towards the $2,000 level as the final bearish price target, which you can see we did have some consolidation there back in April. And now out of all these scenarios I just showed you, let's look at what the indicators can help us see which is the most likely to happen. As you can see, the RSI is right back below 50 on the daily chart, which is the lowest level now since that March dip that we had after that previous all-time high correction. So we could expect to see a bottom at this level. If you look at the Williams % range, price is trading way below range, the lowest level now since that same dip that we had in March where we bounced from. So that's another thing to keep an eye on. And then price is heading down towards a $3,000 support level, which is another thing to keep an eye on. So we got the RSI potentially bottoming, price trading way below range on the daily, and price approaching support. So this is a potential bottom for that one scenario that I mentioned where we bounce at 3,000 and head up to test at least 3,700 later on this month. I don't think this price action happening right now is really worth panicking. Just a pullback. May is still green as of right now, and the $3,000 support level is being approached now. And you need that to happen so we can have some nice range consolidation and a breakout. But overall right now, I am still staying with the bulls until we start seeing the price trade between that 200 and the 50-day moving average. Then things will start to look potentially bearish there. But we'll take everything level by level, and I will keep you guys updated in these videos. So make sure you stay tuned into the channel. I hope you enjoyed this. That is all I have for this week for Ethereum. Leave your comments below. Let me know what your thoughts are. Do you think price will continue downwards? Or do you think more all-time highs will be hit later on this year or even later this month? I'm going to look through all your comments. Thanks for watching this video all the way to the end, and hope to see you again next time. I appreciate it. It's John with Currency.com. For more trading videos just like this, please subscribe to our channel.